Yeah, it's going to be a massive challenge. I think teams know us so well now. You know, they've you know, as Declan you say, we're probably the team on the Magnus League who are on the TV the most. You know, teams know us so well now. Clermont will reckon they'll know us. And after our 20-minute spell after half time will probably fancy themselves at the weekend, so it's going to be very tough, and you know, as you said, it's backs to the wall.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I think the fault of I'm not doing a better job on Sunday is they're coming to Limerick now with something to play for, which French teams before probably didn't, for whatever reason, be it that they were concentrating on other competitions or they were out of it at this stage in the competition, but unfortunately we've given them something to play for now, and they've had huge disappointments over the last few years in the French Championship, and there's huge pressure on them financially to perform. You know, there's a lot of money being invested in them, so I think they're under pressure to get results now and get silverware, and they're definitely still in this competition by a long shot, and we need to do a job on that in the first few minutes of the game, really let them know where they are, and I think we probably put a small bit of pressure on ourselves by not getting a result last week.
Yeah, look, we had a lot of positives in the game. You know, I thought we played some very good rugby when we were down, you know, inside the opposition 40 attacking a line, you know, in both, in the first 40 and the back end of the last 20. It was really a 20-minute period where, you know, we didn't control things very well, and Clermont kicked nearly everything they had, so that was a real challenge for us. It's not as if we were falling off tackles and we were a shambles or anything like that. They played well and we didn't control things well enough. So, you know, for a 20-minute period we were probably dominated there, and that's where we find ourselves, and that's the nature of the pool and that's the nature of the competition, isn't it, that we find ourselves in the position we do for Saturday afternoon.
The big thing about Saturday is no matter how we're playing, they'll feel they have a role to play. No matter whether we're playing good or bad, I'd say the noise level will be the same, and that's very important for us. You know, we need to perform as a team and as players. We need to give the crowd something to shout about, but also we need the crowd there as much as they can be on Saturday, as loud as they can be, and I've no doubt they will. That's one of the strengths, I suppose, that they can sense when we need them behind them, and Saturday more than any is going to be a day when we need, you know, the big Thomond Park crowd behind us.
Look, I think those, you know, it's a well-worn statement, isn't it? It's only worth a couple of points on the board if you played accordingly, if you play well enough to be able to get the crowd behind you and put yourself in a position. If you're not playing good rugby and you're not playing, you know, that the crowd is behind you for whatever reason, well, it's worth nothing. You know, we need to make sure we're playing with the passion and playing football at the right end of the field for that to happen.
I think a lot of guys have taken a hard look at themselves this week, and if we could sort that out, we're a long way on the road to keeping them at nil, you know. And our defence is good as well. We need to shore up a few things there, but our defence was pretty solid bar that try that they got. But you know, I think we're very confident and we've worked hard on that too. So, you know, if we can eradicate those silly mistakes, I think it'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, look, you know, Brock's whatever, no history with him at all. We certainly knew of him when he was in Australia. He was one of those guys who probably developed a bit later, you know, and that's why hence his move to Europe. There's some excellent number 10s in Australia at the moment, and all young guys coming through with, you know, Giddo and Cooper and Curtly Beale, and these sort of guys are over there who are excellent players in their own right, and different players to Brock. His style of rugby suits Clermont's coaching and the way they want to play the game. He's got massive kick, he's a good organiser, he's got a beautiful pass on him, so he certainly complements their game very well. So, you know, him along with you know, the rest of their star-studded side they have are all dangerous. Yeah. We don't care about anything else. Our whole energy is on this weekend. That's all we're focused on.